The human body is a walking vessel of water. Depending on factors like age, sex, and fat index, between 55 and 60% of an average adult's mass is liquid. This distribution extends to almost every tissue. An adult's brain and heart are nearly 3/4 water. The lungs reach a composition of 83%, and even seemingly dry human bones are 31% water. This internal fluid allows the body to function as a machine. It cushions and lubricates the joints, regulates internal temperature through perspiration, and provides physical nourishment to the brain and spinal cord. But because the body is an open system, it is constantly losing this resource. Through sweat, urination, bowel movements, and even the simple act of breathing, we lose 2 to 3 liters of water every day. Since the body is built from the very substance it is constantly losing, survival depends on a continuous, high-stakes balancing act of fluid maintenance. When the body enters a fluid deficit, it triggers a defensive protocol. This starts in the brain's hypothalamus, where sensory receptors detect low water levels and signal an internal alarm. The immediate response is the release of an antidiuretic hormone. This chemical travels through the bloodstream to the kidneys to halt further water loss. When this hormone reaches the kidneys, it triggers the creation of aquaporins. These are specialized channels that allow the blood to aggressively reabsorb and retain water molecules that would otherwise be lost. You can see this defense mechanism at work in your own biology. As the kidneys hoard water to protect the blood supply, the resulting urine becomes concentrated and dark. If the deficit isn't corrected, the system begins to fail. Energy levels and mood drop, skin moisture evaporates, and blood pressure falls as the total volume of fluid in the vessels decreases. The neurological consequences are indeed particularly severe. Without sufficient water, the brain physically shrinks. This forces the neural network to work harder to accomplish basic cognitive tasks. Failing to answer these low fluid alarms diminishes cognitive performance and alters the physical structure of the brain itself. It is also possible to overwhelm the system by attempting to balance the ledger too quickly. Athletes are often the most common victims of this, over-consuming water during periods of extreme physical stress. To defend against this flood, the brain executes the opposite of its dehydration protocol. It slows or completely stops the release of the antidiuretic hormone. This leads to hyponatremia. As water floods the system, it dilutes the body's sodium electrolytes. Without proper sodium levels to balance the pressure, the surrounding cells begin to swell. This creates a massive systemic failure point. The kidneys cannot process the sheer volume of dilute urine fast enough to clear the excess. The resulting water intoxication causes headaches and vomiting. In rare, severe cases, the pressure from swelling cells can lead to seizures or death. Forcing hydration beyond the body's capacity to process it short-circuits the ledger, turning a vital nutrient into an internal hazard. Maintaining equilibrium doesn't require a static rule like the common 8 glasses a day advice. Individual needs change based on the specific environment. Current data suggests a baseline of 2.5 to 3.7 liters for men and 2 to 2.7 liters for women. These targets shift based on your weight, activity levels, and the temperature of your environment. You can meet these targets through various sources. While plain water is ideal, other liquids, even caffeinated beverages like coffee or tea, effectively contribute to the total fluid volume. Roughly a fifth of daily hydration comes from food. Fruits and vegetables like strawberries and cucumbers are over 90% water, allowing them to supplement your intake while providing fiber and nutrients. Consistent hydration prevents the body from relying on emergency hormonal responses, which provides long-term stability for blood pressure and cellular health. This stability is linked to a lower chance of stroke, more effective management of blood sugar and diabetes, and a reduced risk of certain cancers. Maintaining the body's internal fluid ledger is the most direct way to protect how you think, feel, and function on a daily basis.